Yep.
Cool. Program
Go
time.
File. Let me start again. File, new
Gotcha.
program. And I'm going to select non-ambient program.
Okay.
And I'm telling it I'm using the cradle and the furnace. You could also tell it you're using the cryostat.
That'll always be the second option.
Not always. It depends on what you did last
99%
time.
of people will have. Okay. Oh, gotcha.
Now we have this program. We have a start, which is always has to be the first step.
Okay.
Reset and finish always has to be the last step, and reset is towards the end.
Okay.
So I'm going to insert a measurement program. We always want to do a measurement at room temperature. Browse. Now when I go to pick this 5-minute scan, I'm going to get an error. And that is because this program said spin the sample during the measurement.
Because you can't spin it.
This says this mode, spinning, is not possible on this sample stage. Very logical. So now we're just going to go File, New Program, Absolute Scan. I'll write it specifically for the furnace, but again, it could be written for any stage as long as the program doesn't tell the stage to do something, it is not allowed to. In settings, I'm just specifying.
You can browse all of your saved.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in settings, I'm just specifying my detector mode, scanning line detector. We'll write the program 5 to 70.013, and we'll go at 10 seconds per step.
I try to stay on the left, looking at a good idea.
Now let's do 20 seconds per step. No, let's do 10. Sorry. And I save this.
Okay. It makes a analytical data collector program folder. Interesting.
Yeah. So I have to save my scan program. Then I come over to my non-ambient program and I insert the scan program that I wrote.
How do you do it? Oh, you insert with this button
Yes,
there.
these buttons here. Now I'm going to insert, and when we insert, it always goes before the highlighted line.
Above it.
Yeah. So now I'm going to insert a non-ambient setting. And I will heat the furnace up, and this is our first run. So I'm going to go to a mild temperature, 200 degrees C. And I'm going to heat it up at a 10 degree per C, 10 degrees.
What rate
per
becomes
minute.
dangerous?
30.
30 becomes dangerous. What?
There's nothing that's really dangerous. It's just faster than the furnace can actually heat.
What maximum temperature? What is the maximum temperature, and what is the highest good idea temperature?
The answer to both is 1100.
Okay, so definitely don't push higher than that.
It will not allow you.
But
If
1100 is actually safe for the instrument?
Yep.
Wow.
If I write 1200, it's going to say no.
Okay, so it doesn't max out.
Okay. With a lot of furnaces, the rule of thumb is like only go 75% what they say they can do.
Yeah, no, this
This
one.
will actually.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like if we went in and hacked it, we could.
Gotcha. So the engineers
it.
were smart enough to not
Yes.
confuse people.
10 days, 20
Yeah.
days.
Like those stupid MTI furnaces we had in 23, right?
Boron nitride heater.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, what we see it's doing here is yellow is a measurement. Blue is no measurement is occurring. So we
Cool.
see the first 3 minutes it's doing a measurement, then it's heating up to 200, then it's doing a measurement.
Gotcha.
Now maybe
I love it.
I put in a timer setting of 10 minutes. So now I'm doing a 10-minute
Like
dwell.
so.
Yeah, and then running the measurement.
And you just do that with insert, and when you click insert,
insert timer setting.
timer setting is 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do have an insert sample position. You can't do anything other than position 1.
Man, this is easy.
Yeah. Now, let's say I want to do steps. I might come in here and say, okay, after I've gone to 200, go in 100-degree steps.
And the final temperature.
So I do a step. I'm going to be lazy and Control C to copy, Control V to paste, and then I'm going to select that set of steps.
So that
Increase by 100.
plus 100.
Do a measurement.
So now you've gotten to 300.
Yep. So
And
now
now you're
I
at
insert,
400.
and every time
Look
I
at that. Look at that. The graph
insert,
changes.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So you can go up
That's
to
pretty cool.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
So now I know I've written it to go to 1100.
100-degree angle.
And some things you do, like you type it in. I had one where I said, go to 600 on another instrument.
Yeah.
And I had to write kind of a text file. I said, go to 600, scan. Go to 650, scan.
Yeah.
Go to 700, scan. Go to 75, scan. Go to 800, scan. Go. And it took me forever to figure out that I had gone to 75 instead of 750.
Oh.
Here,
Pesky
you
zero.
would see it. Yeah, here you would see it immediately.
Now, may I ask you a dumb question? Does it save what you're doing right now as a text file that you can access later?
Yes.
It does. So you can run the same thing, the same sequence again by
Yep.
just saying,
Yes.
okay.
And then I always insert a measurement after I've come back down. I do that after the reset.
A room temperature
Yeah.
measurement. So you reset, and it says slope 60, so you don't care. You're just cooling as fast as it can go.
Yeah. Now you'll notice the reset, I can change that number. It doesn't register it. The reset value always has to be the same as your start temperature.
Okay.
If you don't want that behavior, we have to write a general batch scan, which is a little less convenient.
That we'll never need that.
And then X-ray settings. When this is done, turn the instrument to standby power.
40/20,
Yeah,
as opposed to what do you run at?
4540.
45/40. Oh, that's a little higher amps than I'm used to.
Now, for the time we have, this program, it's estimating it would take about 3 hours.
Okay.
We don't want that.
So take some steps out.
So you can
Exactly.
target- You can target at something.
So we'll go to 200. You don't need the weight. And for this one, I'll actually I do kind of want to drive it
Go for it.
to
1,000. Oh, all the way.
1100.
Okay.
And I'm going to say go as fast as possible. Now it puts in a
Maximum
slope of 300. That is not reasonable for this furnace.
Okay.
So the actual maximum heating rate is in the 30 degrees per minute range.
Okay. Interesting.
But this will just heat up as fast as it can go.
Okay.
Full power.
Yep.
Look at that graph. Interesting. So it's going to 100, then maximum as fast as it can go, and cooling as fast as it can cool.
Yep. Save.
Okay, you hit save. Okay, now you went to file.
Yeah, I just said file, save.
Oh, and it knows that you're saving this
The program.
kind of program file.
Yes.
And it's in a folder in
Yep.
what location?
We're just putting that C analytical data collector programs.
Look at that.
Non-ambient is right. Oh,
So-
sorry, I did furnace
Okay.
run. And again, this is I'm sorry, there's my open.
Yep.
It's actually an
It's a text
XML
file.
text file.
I hate XML. Okay. I hate XML.
Yes, except that it's not binary.
Oh.
And you can read it.
You can read it. Well, yeah, you
Yeah.
can read it.
So now we go measure program, furnace run. If you end up getting a lot of these, you could say, hey, I want to see non-ambience.
So that execute program was in where I missed it?
So measure,
Measure, gotcha.
program.
Program.
Perfect.
That's
And this is for
non-ambient.
any
So
scan.
it's probably a
And
decent
it's
idea
here.
to make everything you measure a program. At least
Yeah,
then you have a
this
safe
is-
record of
This
it.
is how it's set up.
Yeah.
The manual program is really just for sample alignment. So on this, every time you're doing a measurement, you're writing a program.
Okay.
Except that our programs are generic, so that's why we write, 3.5 minutes, 5 to 70. Now you can use this program anytime you want to go from 5 to 70 in 3.5 minutes.
Yep.
Now, I come here to start it. I want to name, set up how I'm going to name the program. I go to File Name Settings. Now I'm putting the non-ambient setting in the file name. It's going to put the temperature here.
Uh-huh.
Then it does an _1 and _2 if it would have the same file name. I might put item number, and that's going to do, item 2, item 4, item 5, 6, where it was in the program.
Okay.
Then I might give it a sample ID.
Line stuff.
Now, in the non-ambient, each
So you click
measurement
that tab
is
there.
going to be in a separate file. If I uncheck that, they all go in the same file.
We like
I
separate.
don't, yes. And it's going to save an additional file, which you have to check the name and where it's going to be saved, which is called _NA profile. What that's going to do is it's going to record what it was supposed to do in terms of temperature and what it actually did. So you will see if it undershot or overshot during the program.
Okay.
And now we click OK.
So that's just temperature versus time.
Yep.
Got it.
The temperature is also written inside the data file for the system.
So now it's moving the detector. Is
Yep.
that right?
Is it preparing?
And is it heating?
No, it's going to do a scan at room temperature first. Now we did not
But
set.
what we did programming wise is complete.
Yes.
I'm going to stop this video. Have fun, everybody.